Attorney Willie Gary, my man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, Doc. I'm good.
All right, good, man. You're
looking
great.
Trying to be just like you when I grow up.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, you should always strive to be better than that, Doc.
Nah, doesn't get any better.
Well, man, thanks a lot for inviting us in your home. We are just so excited to be here, not just because it's a beautiful house, but it's a beautiful home. And as you know, there's a difference between a house and a home.
Big difference.
You know.
Big difference.
Yeah, and so we're excited to see your grandkids running around here, see your beautiful queen working it, making sure you straight.
Oh, man.
Your public relations director on point.
She's always on the case.
Oh, yeah.
Those two ladies, because I've known Gloria from first grade, really, and we dated in the ever since the second grade.
Mm-hmm.
I chased her from the second grade all the way to I ran her down, Doc. Tracked her down. And of course, Corey, she's just been phenomenal with this. She brought her down from New York. She was with Brian Gumbel,
right,
doing public relations and worked with them, and we outbidded them and brought her down to Florida. So
I wonder how you did that.
One of the best moves I ever made.
Oh yeah, that's great. And as you know, working in this industry, when you are high profile like you are, you run into these publicists and they become more important than the person they're representing.
Right.
But with Corey, I tell you, every time I've called her, she returned calls and just on point, man. And that's a product of you.
She's on the case. She understands the business and has an appreciation for the business and the role that everybody plays.
Right.
And she's making sure that everybody is taking care of the task or playing the role that they should be playing.
Right.
And I think that's a major strength that she has.
Right. Now, just to get back to you, you talked about, and we're going to take it way back, and we want to be respectful of your time at the same time.
That's okay.
You met your wife when you were in second grade. I mean,
right.
To be wife at that time.
Well, we met before that. Really, what we did is we started dating in the second grade, but we met long before that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we really knew each other before we started school.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow. So how do you date in the second grade? You pass a note and say, "Will you go with me?" Yes.
Well, when
I
saw her, Doc, I knew she was the one. So
okay.
it was even then I had the foresight and the fortitude to know that she was the one, and that was that was over 50 years ago.
Wow.
We went through school, went through high school, and went through college together. And this coming August will be 40 years that we've been married.
Wow, that's a blessing.
I mean, I know we don't look to be 40 years old, as a matter of fact.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth.
I'm on the case now.
Yeah, I tell you.
I thank God for. I'm turning 60 this coming Thursday. And,
wow.
Health-wise, energy-wise, I feel like I'm 19. So.
Oh yeah. Well, you look good, man. I still wouldn't want to take you on the football field.
I was saying to some of my teammates the other day. I really feel like if I had to go through my practice drills from the first day, my freshman year in college, if I had to do that today, I could do it.
Wow. That's a blessing. Not too many people can say it, particularly black men, because we're not in the best of health, as you know.
Yeah, it's so important, man. And I'm getting more and more into and concerned about the health of black men and black people in general.
Yeah, just in general.
Women and men, because sometimes too, being skinny or being small doesn't mean that you're healthy.
No.
You got to eat right.
That's right. Exercise.
And you got to exercise. You got to eat right and you got to exercise, because a lot of us. We can't escape our genes.
Right.
Your DNA is what it is.
What it is.
And if you have a history of high blood pressure, history of diabetes in the family, you have certain histories that you cannot run away from.
Right.
And what you got to do is you got to manage that and make sure that you're doing all the right things.
Right.
You're eating the right food, and
right.
You're exercising, and you're not contributing to. I mean, why would you smoke?
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense to smoke. And I don't, and I'm not being selfish or anything.
Yeah.
People do what they want to do, but you shouldn't. There's
shouldn't
no reason. If you have a sign up there saying, look, if you come in here, a gun is going to go off 20 times and you're going to be killed.
Right.
Why would you walk in that door?
Right.
Same thing with cigarettes.
Right.
So we got to be health conscious.
Oh, yeah.
What you eat, exercise every day. If you don't get out but walk 2 blocks, do it.
That's
do
right.
it every day. Get some consistency with it.
Right.
And you feel so much better. You can handle so much more stress.
Oh, yes.
You can manage so many more things and people until you wouldn't believe.
Right. You can multitask. And speaking of exercise, and before we came here to get set up for the interview, you and your wife were out doing your daily exercise.
Yeah, we were downstairs in the gym working out. We do it sometimes 3 times a day. As a matter of fact, I think we've become addicted to it. It makes you feel better and mentally with all that we go through. Because sometimes all people see is the bling bling. They see the house, they see the cars. But man, you know as well as I know with the business, like with Inspire Magazine, it's no piece of cake.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, if you're not on the case every day, and you gotta beat the bushes. You gotta make it. You gotta get in the trenches, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of pressure.
Very much so.
And you know, we came to Tallahassee. I mean, everybody saw this big fabulous kickoff, the banquet. I mean, you had star-studded people there from all over the world.
Right.
But look, you know, being a businessman, I know what you had to go through to make that happen.
That's right.
But you did it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and that was one thing that I wanted to commend the magazine for, and you and all your people at Inspire. I mean, it was a class act.
Well, thank
I
you,
mean,
Doc.
it was anybody that was there left there with the belief and the idea that the magazine was going to be bigger than life.
Right,
That
thank
it was
you.
going places. That one day people are going to look back at Inspire just like now they look back at Ebony with,
Right, right.
with John Johnson. They're
That's
going to be
right.
looking at you one day just like that. Just
Sure.
a matter of time.
Yeah.
But the work that goes into it, and the heartache, the setbacks.
Right.
You know, sometimes you're not knowing how the next decision is going to come through.
That's right.
You know? So to do that, you got to take care of yourself.
Oh yeah, and that's why I run 3 miles a day.
That's
religiously.
right.
Yeah,
Gotta do it, Doc.
But Doc, let me go back to your days first at Bethune-Cookman,
Okay.
and then take us back. You, from what I read and believe, my research has been a lot of homework on you, man. A lot of homework. Man. I mean, it would take literally about 3 weeks for us to get through every question. but
It's
we
been
know
a
you
long
don't have that
journey.
time.
It's been a long
Yeah.
journey.
Mhm. So tell us, Bethune-Cookman, you did not make the football team, right?
Well, you know, when I went to Cookman, I really thought I made the team, but I didn't get the opportunity. And sometimes I tell kids, that's life.
Right.
Life is not fair, but you still have to play the hand that dealt to you.
Right.
I got cut from the team at
Right.
Bethune-Cookman, man, and I thought I should have made the team. I worked so hard. I knew I was as good as anybody there.
Right.
But I was small. A lot of the guys, they wanted big players, and I was a little guy. I was a little, and that's why my David and Goliath story
Yes.
is so significant. I got cut from the team because of my size. I was just too small. It wasn't that I wasn't good enough. I knew I was good.
Right.
I mean, nobody there was any better than I was.
Right.
But and I never forget it. That time, that Friday afternoon, I had been there for a whole month, and every day after practice, the coach would read off a group of names. I remember that clipboard as vividly as if it was yesterday when he'd hold it up, and you knew that if he read your name off
Right.
after practice, he'd tell you to come by his office. You knew those guys were not coming back the next day.
You just knew that.
And every day he'd read a group of names. Because he had over 100 and some odd guys, and he had to get it down to maybe about, 50 or something
Right,
like
right.
that, 60 guys.
Right.
And so, boy, every day I just pray to God that you want the phone. You want to break for that? I don't know whether you want that in this.
Yeah, we can edit that.
Can you edit that?
Yeah, he'll edit it.